Is it true that HYBE will remove Jungkook from BTS? Taehyung's emotional reaction might be the key that could change everything. BTS' future is now on the brink of crisis. This shocking decision will change ARMY's friendships, careers, and hearts forever. Will Jungkook leave, or will Taehyung manage to prevent this destruction? Discover the surprising answers behind BTS' biggest conflict of the year. What would happen if one of the pillars of BTS, Jungkook, suddenly faced the threat of being expelled from the group that has raised his name to the whole world? How will the reaction of a Taehyung who has been known to be quiet but charismatic be able to change the fate of his idol? This shocking news blew up between the ARMY and the media, causing wild speculation that sparked global controversy. HYBE, the agency that has been considered the protector and regulator of BTS's career, is suddenly in the center of a storm. Some sources call the decision taken by HYBE very surprising and cause unprecedented anxiety. Many questions arise. Is this decision purely business? Or are there internal problems that have been hidden from the public? How did Jungkook react, who is known to be emotional but very professional? And more importantly, how will Taehyung, a friend and teammate who has always seemed calm, respond to a crisis that could change their future forever? The incident began when rumors of Jungkook's removal from BTS began circulating in media and fanbase circles. As the rumors spread, armies around the world began to express their concerns in unusual ways. Protest hashtags sprang up, hopeful and angry comments flooded social media platforms, and lengthy discussions took place on every online forum. In this uncertain situation, one thing is clear: Taehyung's reaction is in the spotlight. Some observers even said that Taehyung's attitude could be decisive in whether Jungkook stays or is actually expelled. Sources close to BTS revealed that Taehyung had tried to approach HYBE directly to negotiate a safe solution for Jungkook. However, all these steps are full of stress and risk. Will Taehyung be able to withstand HYBE's seemingly final decision? Or will his friendship and loyalty be tested in the most difficult situation ever? Not only that, the emotions of fans are also a matter of debate. Some ARMY members voiced their anger, accusing HYBE of being authoritarian and not appreciating Jungkook's contributions over the years, while others try to calm down, hoping that this is just a rumor or an internal misunderstanding that will soon be resolved. But what if the reality is darker than imagined? What if HYBE's decision really threatens the existence of one of BTS's most popular members in the midst of the peak of their global career? The speculation intensified when a short video emerged, showing Jungkook speaking in a serious tone in the training room. No one knows exactly what was discussed, but many ARMY suspected that it was the moment when Jungkook expressed his concern over these rumors of removal. Some comments even mentioned Taehyung's gaze beside Jungkook looked tense, as if signaling a tension that had never been seen before. I end this emotionally charged situation. A question arises that haunts every BTS fan. Will the bond formed over the years be able to withstand the pressure of a big company? Will Taehyung be able to prevent this tragedy before it's too late? Or is it possible that this conflict will open the secrets that have been hidden by the agency and the members? HYBE, on the other hand, chose silence. Their silence only added to the tension, leaving all parties to wonder about the motives and strategies behind the rumors of Jungkook's removal. Some industry analysts said HYBE's move could be a strategy to attract attention, increase drama for the sake of commercial interests, but the consequences for the members' mentality and their relationship with fans could be much greater than imagined. And amid all the speculation and uncertainty, one thing became clear: Taehyung's reaction could be the ultimate decider. He is not just a member of BTS, he is a symbol of friendship, loyalty, and integrity. Is it time for Taehyung to show his emotional and diplomatic strength to protect his best friend? Or will the pressure coming from HYBE's decision make the situation uncontrollable? The calmness that had been inherent in Taehyung was now being tested. As a member who has always been known to be calm behind the scenes, now his eyes radiate anxiety that is rarely seen. Every step, every word he said in front of Jungkook or HYBE's side was now filled with tension. Armies around the world began to pay attention to every gesture, every look, even every smile given by Taehyung, because they knew this was not just an ordinary rumor. This is a big bet on the future of BTS. Sources close to BTS revealed that Taehyung has had several closed-door meetings with HYBE's management. He spoke in a firm but diplomatic tone, trying to convey that removing Jungkook would be a risky decision, both in terms of the morale of the members and the psychological impact on the fans. However, HYBE remained ambiguous. Is this a sign that their decision is really final, or is it just a strategy to see how the members and fans react? Meanwhile, Jungkook himself looked devastated. In several short posts on social media, he conveyed the anxiety and confusion that flooded his heart. ARMY captures an unusual emotional tone between regret, worry, and anger. Many have speculated that Jungkook is fully aware that his position is now under threat, but he still tries to be professional in front of the public and his colleagues. This crisis raises a big question. What if HYBE's decision really happened? How would Taehyung, who has always been Jungkook's closest friend, feel if he had to see his best friend leave? How can ARMY, who has been supporting BTS relentlessly, face the harsh reality that their beloved idols could disappear from the global stage? These questions hung, causing great anxiety among fans and the media. Not only that, this rumor sparked another speculation. Was there hidden pressure behind HYBE's decision? Some music industry analysts said that decisions like this usually involve financial considerations, the reputation of the group, or even internal conflicts that have been hidden. However, many rejected the theory, seeing the strong relationship between Jungkook and the other members, especially Taehyung, as supposed to be an important factor in every decision. Taehyung's reaction is now in the spotlight. In internal meetings that are rumored to be closed, Taehyung tries to contain his anger, calm Jungkook, and confront HYBE's side with logical and emotional arguments. ARMY also caught hints from his brief posts on social media. Serious looks, ambiguous words, gestures that seemed soothing but also confirmed his determination. All of this seems to signal to fans that Taehyung is ready to do anything to protect his best friend. The question now becomes more urgent. Will Taehyung be able to withstand HYBE's decision? Are their loyalties and bonds of friendship strong enough to weather the storm? Or is it possible that this crisis will reveal the dark side of the industry that has been hidden, making Jungkook have to face the harsh reality in the midst of the peak of his career? On the other hand, some ARMY reported confusion among fans. Long discussions took place on online forums. Many felt panic. Many also remained optimistic. Protest hashtags sprang up, emotional comments flooded social media, and additional rumors began to appear. Was this decision just HYBE's strategy to increase popularity and tension among fans? Or is this really a real threat to Jungkook? As the rumors spread, the pressure on Taehyung grew more real. He should be a mediator, protector, and morale booster for Jungkook. Each step he takes can determine the fate of his best friend, and also the future of BTS. The loyal ARMY watches anxiously, hoping that Taehyung's reaction and struggle will be able to withstand the storm before things get out of hand. Another surprise came when some sources mentioned that HYBE was considering other options, either letting Jungkook stay but with certain restrictions, or completely removing him from the group. No one knows for sure what the final decision will be. All this speculation makes the atmosphere even hotter, and all eyes are on the two central figures, Jungkook and Taehyung. And in the midst of all this uncertainty, a question arises that shakes ARMY's heart. Will BTS still be able to survive as a group with all its members intact? Are the friendships that have developed over the years strong enough to withstand controversial management decisions? And most importantly, will Taehyung be able to do everything to make sure his best friend stays on stage? Or will Jungkook's fate now really be in the hands of an irreversible decision? Taehyung is now in a difficult position not only as a member of BTS, but also as a close friend and protector of Jungkook. While rumors about Jungkook's removal from the group continue to circulate, the pressure he feels is becoming more and more real. Every meeting with HYBE was like walking on a thin rope. The atmosphere in the meeting room is reportedly hot, full of tension that makes all parties have to be careful in their behavior. Wrong words can backfire, provoking unpredictable consequences. Outside the meeting room, Jungkook seemed to be holding back his emotions. Several times ARMY caught a different eye than usual, one that showed anxiety, uncertainty, even anger that he couldn't hide. Fans began to speculate. Did Jungkook already know the worst possibility? Is he ready to face the reality that his future in BTS may depend on decisions made by management? Meanwhile, social media is becoming an arena for opinion wars. The hashtags Save Jungkook and Protect BTS have sprung up, supported by millions of fans around the world. Every post, every comment is analyzed and discussed for hours. Some fans even scrolled through TAEHYUNG and Jungkook's old posts, looking for clues about their relationship, trying to read hidden messages that might indicate what's really going on behind the scenes in this situation. TAEHYUNG emerges as a key figure, not just as a best friend, but as a mediator trying to balance the pressure of management and Jungkook's concerns. He reportedly took various approaches: direct meetings with HYBE, private talks with Jungkook, and even consultations with other members to find the best solution. However, the latest news mentions that HYBE's decision is still hanging, and the worst possibility remains a shadow that haunts them all. Several insiders revealed that TAEHYUNG used every opportunity to assert that removing Jungkook would have a huge impact, not just on the members' morale, but also on the group's image and fans' loyalty. However, HYBE's side remained ambiguous, as if waiting for further reactions before making a final decision. Is this a strategy to see the pressure of the fans, or is it really a sign of a decision that will change everything? This crisis not only tests TAEHYUNG and Jungkook, but also raises a wave of emotional questions for the ARMY. Can friendship survive in the midst of business stress? Is fan loyalty strong enough to withstand this wave of controversy? And the most stressful, is BTS's future as a whole group now really on the brink of collapse? On the other hand, surprising news came from a close source. HYBE is rumored to be considering more extreme options. Some of the scenarios mentioned include restrictions on Jungkook's activities, or even an official announcement that shocked the world that one of their most popular members had to leave the group. This shadow adds to the already heightened tension, making TAEHYUNG's every move and word the main highlight. TAEHYUNG, who used to be known as calm and charismatic, is now showing an emotional side that is rarely seen. The ARMY captured clues from his gaze, gestures, and brief posts on social media, all signaling that it was determined to do everything it could to protect Jungkook. However, many wondered, will TAEHYUNG's efforts be enough? Or is HYBE's decision already beyond his reach, changing the entire direction of Jungkook's career and BTS's future? While this tension continued, Jungkook himself reportedly began to express his feelings more openly. Several videos and posts show him training intensely, trying to channel his emotions into music. But behind all that professionalism, it was clear that uncertainty and anxiety haunted him. Fans are increasingly emotional, torn between hope and fear of losing their beloved idol. The big question that now looms over all parties is, how will TAEHYUNG respond to HYBE's final decision? Will he be able to withstand the storm before it's too late? Or is this a turning point that will change the dynamics of BTS forever? Every step, every word, is now a gamble that could determine whether Jungkook's friendships, loyalties, and career remain intact or destroyed in the eyes of the world. The climax of tension finally arrived. Reportedly, HYBE had held an internal meeting that determined Jungkook's fate. All eyes are now on the decision to be made. Will they really expel the youngest member who has brought so much success to BTS? Or is this just a threat deliberately left to test the loyalty of fans and group members? TAEHYUNG, who has always been Jungkook's emotional stronghold, now has to face the most difficult reality. In the footage leaked on social media, he can be seen entering the meeting room with a firm stance, a look that confirms his determination, and words full of courage. He talked about their friendship, dedication, and long history as BTS. He asserted that removing Jungkook would not only damage the morale of the members, but also break the hearts of the ARMY around the world. On the other hand, Jungkook seemed to be holding back overwhelming emotions. In the rehearsal room, He trained intensely, channeling his fears and anger into sounds and movements. His normally bright gaze was now filled with anxiety and anxiety. ARMY who watched through social media felt slashed to see their idol who always